Whoa! It's the illusion reporting from somewhere on spaceship Earth. We're out here at, I think it's Lime Point. Yeah, you call it, Owl calls it Marble Point, but it's called Lime Point on the maps. Yeah. So he's become quite the little geologist. So we come out here because it's all these crazy bands of I guess limestone. I don't know. That's Owl's department. And yeah, and yellow calcite, limestone, marble, and yellow calcite. We come out here and poke around. It's a pretty cool spot, as you can see. Dude, the lake's beautiful. It is. So yeah, we're a couple days into the new year, 2025. Rocking it. Rocking the 2025 vibe. And man, look at this today, as the weather is fantastic. I don't really think it's supposed to be like this in January, but it'll get cold and wintry pretty soon. The weather tends to change pretty drastically up here, except for the summer when it's just hot. But yeah, I'm up here and I'm feeling pretty excited about it all. I really am. And what's got me sort of excited about it all was, I ended 2025. You know how it is like, people make a big deal out of like the new year and ending the year. And most of the time it's just another day. But this time we wrapped up a bunch of gnarly projects at the end of the year at the ranch. And my final thing was fixing my dryer. And this old dryer machine that works really well. And I don't know, anyhow, I fixed it and ordered the parts. And those little things can be a triumph sometimes. Just to know that, yeah. And that you can solve the problem, man. So, and that all happened on New Year's Eve. I finished up this giant project on the ranch, fixed the dryer, kind of survived the year. I mean, 2024 was a bit of a rocky year, dude. Financially, it was super touch and go. I mean, there was a number of times in 2024 where it seemed like this is the end. My only friend, the end. But, I've learned over the years, you just persevere, do the next indicated action, and things work out how they're supposed to work out. So with that said, I'm pretty excited for this year. I have a positive energy moving forward with it. I know most people want to get caught up in sort of a doom and gloom perspective of it all, but that's just not where I'm at, man. I'm like kind of not down with that vibe. I want good things to happen, and a rising tide lifts all boats. So somebody's gotta raise the tide, right? And I'll figure, heck, man, why not let it be me, dude? I volunteer for that, dude. I volunteer for trying to lift the tide a little bit, do what I can, God willing. And what is 2025 have in store? I guess I should make some predictions. I've gone kind of quiet around because I don't really get too into this sort of artificial. Look at this trippy accumulation of see that cross right there of rocks, and right there, these bands. I'm kind of looking for this seam of crystal or yellow calcite. I'm leaving Owl's the geologist. So what, I mean, I mean, I guess I should do some predictions for 2025. I think on the, last year was the big election thing and woohoo and all that whole thing, and so I think 2025 is going to be a lot of disappointment on that front. I think people have thought that some dude or some person was going to solve the problem. So I think there's going to be a huge level of disappointment that nothing's really changed. And in fact, it's just gotten like kind of more hectic. And that the people that you thought were going to bring in change just brought in more of the same. I mean, again, the WHO laid it all out. Don't get fooled again, right? But most people will get fooled again. And I think that's going to cause a level of disharmony. I think the level of brutality on Spaceship Earth is going to go up. 2024 was the year that genocide basically got legalized as a form of warfare, if you will, man. So genocide is a legal response now because the world remains silent in 2024. So I think we're going to see more of that kind of stuff sparking off on Spaceship Earth, but at the same time, with those two sort of kind of negatives, at the same time, I think that people that understand the truth about their relationship with God and creation and universe and love and harmony are going to elevate in a way that we've never seen before. And the reason that it's going to happen is people are going to stop relying on third parties to do it, i.e. leaders, hustlers of the thing, because it's going to come down to no, it's a personal relationship. And no one can set you free but yourself. We all help each other. We can all advise each other, but it's really up to the individual to choose to be free. And I think people are going to realize that freedom's a personal exercise of grace. Here it is. Here's this is all calcite crystals right here. You can break this off and get big chunks of shiny crystals all over back in there. And look at this cool rock right here. Look at that one. See that right there? I don't know if I'm doing good, but that little seam right there, that's all. This one might actually come home with me. See the sunlight going through it? We get that? But and I think we're heading for good places, but it's going to be a rough ride, man. That's kind of my vibe. And so with that said, I think that 2024 or 2025 is a good year to take some chances, man. It's a good year. It's a good year to start a business. It's a good year to have children. It's a good year to plant a crop. It's a good year to do all these things, because if you don't do it, nobody else will. And we all gotta, that's the secret is self-empowerment. So look, I always like these, dude. These are the mortar holes from the original people that used to live out here. There's a lot of them in this little rock area, dude, but those are super cool. History right there. And so yeah, I think this is a good year to fully make a play. I feel super empowered about this year, not for any other reason than there's just nothing to wait for anymore. There really isn't anything to wait for. Look, all the excuses have run bare. Look at all this right here. Look at all that crystal swing right there. And all the excuses have run bare. And so for me, I've really been communicating with some people about empowering ourselves in the energy field and God responding. So for me right now, I'm going to put it out there. I do see myself hiring a videographer, editor, some sort of local kid from somewhere up in this valley to follow me around and finally get some surf footage and really get what's going on up at the ranch and what we're doing up here. And because I'm just not doing it justice as a content creator, because I'm busy building this thing, you know. There's some more of those mortar holes right there. So I see that in the cards. I think I see an expansion of the ranch. There's a vacant lot next door to ours. Somehow it's even the dude who owns it's like, I think this is meant to be yours. I'm just holding on to it for you. So I think that, because we're on to something we're doing something kind of unique with our clients up at the ranch, and maybe I should make some more videos about what we're doing about that. And so we're going to make things happen, and ultimately I see myself on I think I see myself on a couple exotic surf adventures this year. I think this is the year for me to set free. I'm going to build my skate park in the back and get super in. Look at all these pots right here, man. Look at that. Look at all those. Look at that, man. Right here, they would sit here and grind up their acorns or whatever they would grind into there and for their food. Overlooking the South Fork of the Kern is in the middle. And you can see this would have been a place you would have wanted to hang out in the wintertime. I mean, the high country is like right up there. And I somehow sense a couple mules showing up on our property. I think it's time to start riding some four-legged animals up into the high country and out our backyard. I do see that, and ultimately, I really do see a positive future for us, in spite of all the darkness, you know. I know we've already started off this year with some obviously suspect darkness, and I think that at that point, that stuff's just for the civilians. I think that the main goal of, I was talking about it in a live stream the other day. Joy as the act of rebellion. Joy is the act of rebellion, man. And I think that's what this year needs to be about, is joy is the act of rebellion. And that's about the joy of putting in the hard work, doing the hard miles, getting fit, getting healthy, and, getting ready for spring. I know we're in the middle of the beginning of January, so it's the winter. But I think this spring we have a chance really to propagate some plants, some food, some energy, and really focus on being the Tesla coils that we're meant to be, you know. We are the energy grid. And I think that this is now the time to stay 100% out of fear, 100% in grace and dignity, and also just be extra tuned in to be encouraging to other people. Be of service, right? Be of service in a subtle way, you know. And I think moving into this year, the the ultimate way to be of service is to like lead by example, plant the seeds, change the life. You know, I've always said the revolution begins at the dinner table. Nurture our children, make some things happen. I mean, look at this dude out here. Where is he? He's out looking for special rocks. Special rocks. He's become quite the little geologist, man. You never know what anyone's going to be about till they're about it, right? So I see abundance this year. And I mean that in a real way, that not like just platitudes and talking. Like, I see this year as being an abundant year. I see this channel and what I'm doing online kind of getting a rejuvenation as I move further away from, like, I got stuck in the status quo for a couple years, man. I was unavoidable by the very nature of what was going on. But here's some more of those pots right there. It was unavoidable to be involved in the status quo. But now it's like I've said, I've stabilized where I'm at in life and what's going on, and I really do feel pretty good about it. And it's been a journey. So I think we're buckling up for a big journey in 2025, and I'm going to be focusing more on video. So one thing as we come to the end is email me any sort of questions or subject matters I should get into. I think I do my best work when I am responding to the radar pings bouncing back at me. So I'm putting a radar ping out there, like, what should we get into? What should I be getting into? What should I be thinking about? What subject matters do we need to go over? And even though we've been over a lot of these things, we've been doing this now on this channel for almost 14 years. So maybe it's time to refresh some old ideas for some new people, right? And do that kind of a thing. And there's gonna be a lot of challenges this year, just life-wise and all that, but a lot of cool stuff going on. So with that said, like, subscribe, there's some links down below, PayPal, all that kind of stuff. But really become a member of the channel and smash that like button, and more adventures will ensue. This is The Illusion. Remember, use the name tags here on Spaceship Earth. What a beautiful day.